It's a long time no sit down video. I've been giving you guys vlogs back to back to back to back. Hello Dana fam, and welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Dani Aloha and you are most definitely welcome back to the channel. I was supposed to have done this update when we were 6 weeks postpartum, but I couldn't. That is why I'm doing the video at 8 weeks postpartum. Here is what has been happening to mommy and baby throughout week 1 to week 8. So after I gave birth, that week was the hardest, man. It was the hardest. Like 3 days after I gave birth, I was suffering from low milk supply. With my first, it was not like that because immediately I gave birth, breast milk was everywhere. I was not lactating. There was no breast milk. I just observed that the baby was just sleeping. I'll put breast in his mouth and he will not suck. So I was like, you know what, I don't think this boy is getting any breast milk. That's why he's sleeping and sleeping, because normally he's supposed to feed now, so why is he sleeping up and down? So I was like, okay, let me express. That was when I found out that my breast milk was like very low, not up to 20 hours. I was like, wow, so this is why this boy has been sleeping. Guys, I felt so worthless. You have breasts, but your breasts are not doing what they are supposed to do, so you feel, why can't I just produce milk for my child? What kind of mom am I? That was how I felt. I felt very terrible that I could not produce enough milk to feed my child. I came across lactating cookies. I was like, if I try it, it doesn't work, I will give the baby the formula. So I was having issues with breast milk production, which we later fixed. I was really struggling with sleep. I was tired, I was exhausted from the labor and all of that. Like, I cried so many times. Week 1 and week 2, I cried so many times. I cannot count the amount of time I cried. And God bless my husband, he was there. He was really helpful. My mom was around. I had a community of people around me, but at the same time I felt so overwhelmed. Like, 1 and 2 is different, so I was totally overwhelmed. My eldest was somewhere there, just always crying and needing me. I felt so like people should just come and take all the part of my body that you want. In the night, I'll wake up to feed baby because I was trying to increase my milk supply, so I was told to always put him to the breast. So every time, even when I want to sleep, I am up breastfeeding. Let's go back. Actually skip the massage part. Oh my god, those women did not take it easy on me. Shy, they press me too much. Like, day 5, I had to tell them that this is enough, nobody should press me again. I don't want to be pressed. Like, there was one night that I was pressed. I couldn't sleep one night. Like, all my body, I couldn't even stand up to even breastfeed. That was when I told them that nobody should press me again. I beg, don't press me, just leave me alone, just leave me. I don't want to be pressed. I was massaged and be pressed for like 3, 4, 5 days. Then I stopped. But I did my sit bath for like 2 weeks before I stopped. The first week was really hard. Second week was when we went for his circumcision. I was so scared because we were supposed to do the circumcision 7 days, right? But the doctor said we should hold on and wait for him to be 2 weeks before we go for the circumcision. I was so super anxious about circumcision. I even had to reach out to Alma, Ngur. Yes, I reached out to her in my other account. I don't know whether she knew or whether I was the one that reached out, but I reached out to her on Instagram because it was around that time she also gave birth, and she gave birth to a boy. So I was like, let me just drop a message or whether she will answer me. And shout out to Alma Ngur. She answered me. Like, she didn't even give me one word reply. I texted her hoping that, okay, if she replies, she doesn't reply you. Actually, after I shot my shot, but surprisingly, she reached out to me. She replied. She told me I shouldn't worry, it's nothing to worry about, that he will be fine, I should not be scared. It really touched my heart. So she was one of the people that encouraged me to like face it, because I was so scared. I was like, this thing is going to be painful. My boy is going to be in so much pain. I can't handle it. If it was something that I could do on his behalf, I would have done it, guys. I went for the circumcision the second week, and guys, that experience is another thing. But he took it quite well. he took it quite well. On the third, fourth day, the ring fell off, and he started healing. By the end of the week, towards the third and fourth week, he was like properly healed. That place was properly healed. What else happened? So the third, fourth week, my perineal stitch came off. It came off, and I had a perineal wound breakdown. I don't know what happened. Probably it was an infection because I was wearing pad back to back. So I don't know, maybe the one of the pad, I don't know, the wound became infected. They started loosening. It was not healing. It was not healing at all. Like, the pain was just so much. So we reached out to my doctor, and he recommended an antibiotic drug that I had to take for 7 days. I was also put on vitamin C. I should drink a lot of water. I should eat a lot of fruits, and it's going to heal back. That there is no need for them to restitch it, because it was not all the stitches that came out. I think it was like one that came out, and the place was just like open, red flesh everywhere. Like it was the sight was not a sight to behold. I had to go back to my sit baths, because I actually stopped sit baths week 3. Yeah, I stopped sit baths. So it was when I had the perineal wound breakdown, I had to continue my sit baths again. So week 5 to like week 6, my mother had to go back to meet her husband. So it was just me, my sister, and the kids, and my husband. We were handling it quite well. We started adjusting to the sleep routine, but the only problem we had was my daughter. All the attention was given to the brother. She's just 3 years old, so she cannot really understand why the world that used to revolve around her is no longer revolving around her. We just had to, at that point, divide ourselves. I was for the baby, while my husband was for my toddler, which is my 3-year-old toddler, my first child. So that was how we were able to overcome that particular issue. 6 weeks later, we went for our 6 weeks immunization. That one was a battle on its own. Like, he did not take it well. He didn't take it well. After he collected the shots, it was running temperature around like maybe 4 hours later. He was so cranky, he wouldn't feed, he was just crying. I just had to be doing stronger. By the 3rd, 4th day, he was okay, and that was how that one also went. So what else? So at this point, we are all settled. We are all used to the routine. Nehi is trying to change his sleep patterns now, but we are adjusting better. We're doing well. The crying days are over, because I really cried. I crowed. I cried it. I did not know that it's going to be so much work moving from 1 to 2. So I was so overwhelmed, but now we're good. We're grateful for this opportunity that we have to even be parents to our lovely children. It's been amazing, and some days it is hard. I don't sleep. My eyes will look like zombie, but then it's the price we pay for motherhood, in it. So, well, thank you so much for watching to this point. You can drop your comments in the comment section. At this point, you have to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to my channel. To subscribe is free, so you should subscribe and like the video if you end up actually liking the video, so that YouTube can do its thing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.